Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, she'akol niyeh bidvaro. As I have already mentioned several times, many times, the central prayer in a religious service, in a Jewish religious service, is called the Amidah. It has another name. The other name is Shemoneh Esrei, which means 18, because we recite 18 blessings in that prayer while we are standing. Actually, on other days, on the Sabbath and on holidays, we only have 7 such blessings instead of 18. And on the Amidah of Musaf of Rosh Hashanah, there are 9. But every day it's really 18. So most of the time we recite 18 blessings. But when you start counting the blessings in the Amidah, suddenly you realize, they're not 18, they are really 19. But there was a blessing that was added later on. Nevertheless, the name remained 18. It's a generic name. Even though there are 19, everybody calls it 18. How did the 18 blessings come about? Our rabbi set a formula, a specific formula, which was later on, the time of Rabban Gamliel, Shimon Pakuli made the exact text of the 18 blessings we recite. Actually, you can recite a spontaneous prayer. You can direct your sentiments to God at any time. But when you are doing a religious service, you have to observe the exact formulation of our rabbis, because they took into account many things. One of them, for instance, it shouldn't be an individual prayer. You have to pray for everybody. You shouldn't pray really for your own health. You should pray for your health together with the health of everybody else. Knowledge of everybody, justice for everybody. We always include all other human beings in whatever we do when it comes to prayer before the Almighty. But it seems that Rabban Gamliel felt at his time, for historical, political reasons, that there were many who were actually betraying the Jewish people before the authorities, trying to undermine the bases of Jewish tradition. So he needed an additional blessing against those who try to do that. V'lamalshinim al tehi tikva. To those that want to undermine the Jewish tradition, there should be no hope. So he looked for a volunteer, and the volunteer was a man by the name of Shmuel HaKatan. Shmuel the small. So my teacher, Rav Soloveitchik, says, why was he called the small one? Shmuel the small one. Because actually, while he was a great intellect, a great sage, he also had the innocence of a young boy. In other words, there was a combination of intellect and at the same time innocence as well. And Rabban Gamliel thought, for such a bracha that is really negative, because all other brachot are really positive, when we are going to attack those that want to attack us, we need somebody who is pure, who doesn't have any sentiments of vengeance, who hasn't been polluted maybe by different experiences in life, and that man was Shmuel HaKatan. In a sense, I think these principles, the combination of erudition, of knowledge, and innocence, are applicable to what is going on today. We are all witness of the terrible assassinations, murder of innocent people, what just happened in Paris. And I understand only a few hours ago, another cell was discovered. A plane that took off from Sharm el-Sheikh in Egypt and was going back to Russia exploded in midair, and that was a bomb. Everybody knows that today. What happened with Charlie Hebdo months ago in France, in Paris as well. And what happens in Israel, where young people, old, kill, maim with knives, sometimes with bullets. What's going on in the world? Of course, we have to have a response for that. We have to reply to that. We cannot sit with folded arms in front of those that try to kill us, to annihilate us. We have to bring them to justice. I always thought you have to look at the roots of what's going on. You have to look at what is being taught in their schools. You have to look at what is being disseminated in their media, the hate that is propagated every day, and that young minds are impregnated with that. But at the same time, we have to be very respectful of our own freedoms. We need a Shmuel HaKatan. We need somebody who can, on the one hand, be very vociferous and pointed as to what we have to do, but at the same time, have the innocence, the kindness. We need a certain combination of gevurah, which means power, and we need also chesed, which means empathy. On the one hand, we have to be very direct and with energy go after those that try to destroy us, but at the same time we have to respect the freedoms that we have gained in this world. Look at the world in which we live in. You know, men and women in most societies have equal rights. We have banished slavery forever, but not everywhere in the world. There are still places where this isn't so. So on the one hand, we have to pursue that line, but on the other hand, we have to make sure that the freedoms that we have already gained are really respected in our society.